Hello, beautiful people. How are you? For this playlist, you're going to learn how to build an app using the local storage or local database of the mobile device. And we're going to use SQLite to store the values of the income and expenses. This is going to be only two videos for the tutorial. The first one being only the UI, and the second one we're going to develop the backend. So this is what we're going to build today, and you're going to develop from this stuff. And I hope you guys are excited as I am. So with that being said, let's go. Let's do it. Let us do this together. Start a new Flutter project. Call it anything you want. I'll just call it Flutter Cache App. TUT for tutorial. So okay, just next and finish, and wait a bit for the project to create, and sometimes it takes a while, but okay, let us wait or just speed up the process so you will see it when it's done. So it's done. Let me select my iPhone X instead of my real device. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I just want to close this. Meanwhile, I'll be building the project. Just put this on a perfect size so it can work with no problem. It usually takes a couple seconds to build the project for the first time, so don't worry very much about it. Okay, nothing too special, nothing new, just the normal Flutter project. We always get this. So what are we going to do here is to clean up. Okay, we're good to work. First, we're going to import package. Let me zoom this a bit. Done. Then we're going to use main. Then we're going to delete this. Okay. Run app. Close here. New material app. And we're going to give home. Error because we don't have this class yet. But I'm going to create it just here. STF for stateful widget, and I'm going to give this home. Okay. And what are we going to do after this is, most of the times you'll see this. Let me show you something. This error, just come and delete this test folder. It's not required for us, and the error is gone. Okay, going back to the code. Create scaffold. We'll give the app bar here, and over here we're going to give app bar title, new text of Flutter Cache app, color. We're going to give colors dot We can give this anything really, but let's go with pink just because. And let's run this gentleman. And we have it. Or if you don't really like pink, you can go with black. I mean, this stuff here doesn't really matter which color you're going to pick. You pick the color you like the most. And I didn't like the black one. What about purple? Yeah, I'll go with pink. Empowering the ladies. Not trying to be a racist or not. Okay. Let us remove this stuff over here, and we're going to do this by debug show blah 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 blah, and just put false. If you just do Control S, it's not going to go away. You have to rerun the app. Okay, it's done. Now what are we going to do here? Actions. Then for the action, you just create a new icon, button, and I'm going to give this icon start add, and for now we'll just leave this like this. Rerun the app. Okay, we have it. What else can we do here? Center title, let us put false for this, and we'll put the title over there to give us some space. Then now let us do button navigation, and I'm going to create here new what container, and color of the container I'm going to give colors dot white, and inside of this I'm going to provide, I'll give orange here, sorry, oops, 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 oops. Maybe the problem is over here, so I'll just comment this stuff out. It makes no sense though, but don't worry, we will come to deal with that. What about this orange, guys? Okay, I'm sorry, usually I take a lot of time trying to figure out which color I'm going to use. I like this one, so I'll not change. Oh, and here another thing I'm not liking very much is the elevation. I'll just give this like a 0.2 or something. It's supposed to be 0.2. Okay, it was 0.5 maybe. Okay, I'm going to give this a 1. Oops. Okay, anyhow, it's good enough. Then what else do we have? Okay, I took a small break, but no problem. I'm back. Yes, we did this stuff. Now let us continue with the work. Uh, Coming back to this, I have to put here child. We're going to put row, and for the children of the row, we're going to give. Okay, we can give in three expanded. Then, oops. I'm going to provide list tiles here. Oh, child. I always forget to write this. Child list tile. And for the title of this, I'm going to give new text expense. So here we'll be able to see the total amount of expenses, probably just for the current month. And for the subtitle, new text. Let's for now we'll put the value as a placeholder, but afterwards we're going to deal with that. Okay, we're going to put this. Let us try to see if this is how it is going to. We have an error. Okay. Where is it? Where is the error at? Let us try to find out. Expected an identifier. Oh, because of this. Okay, so here we have expenses. So I will do this 3 times. One, two. Okay, here we are going to have the total, meaning the amount. Oh no, instead of total, I'll write balance. Oh, it makes more sense to have balance first. Balance, then expense. Okay, the balance must be something. Let us suppose this guy is a very good guy in managing his money and he has more balance than expenses. And what? Here I would like to use new icon button. So I'm going to give icon inside icons dot I. So the idea here is that by pressing this button, the person will be able to give a check on his expenses. For the expenses, let us add a style, text style, color. Let us try to give it something like colors dot red. Okay, I don't know what you think, but I think it looks nice. By clicking on this, the person will be able to view, or to make it match, we can give it colors dot deep orange as well. Let me see whether I like it or not. Okay, it's cool. Now After this, what are we going to do is the following. Let us make this thing work. So how is it going to work? Let me zoom out a bit, not that much. Okay, we will come over, where is that? Here. And we are going to show dialog context. Oops. Then down here for the builder, we want context, meaning again we want to build on this particular page, and this context is going to return new alerts dialog. And for the title of the alerts, we're going to give new text, add. And for the content, we are going to give a new container. Oops, it's supposed to be in capitals. Let me zoom. And I'm going to give this a height of 120 or even 100. I guess it's good enough. Then after this, we are going to use what can we use now? Column, child, new column, and inside of this column I have to, outside here we have to put a semicolon, and inside of this column we can have new row, and for the row I'm going to have children, and for the children we are getting a lot of red here. Of course we do, because we didn't give children here, and we are still getting a lot of red. So when you usually get this, let's try to figure out what's the matter here. What is the problem? What is the problem, gentlemen? Okay, let us Control Z. I'm trying to find where I did the mistake. Column here, children, and okay, inside of this let us give new text, hey. I'm trying to find out what's the matter here. Oh, okay. We had a lot of things going on. Let's try to build and see if the things are working. Yes, and everything's working as expected. Okay, just a second to make sure that we all at the same page. I don't know why I'm not commenting on this one. Zoom out. So guys, here we have this icon button, and for on press, let me comment, this will call the alert. This will call the alert widget, show dialog, and then here we're providing the content of that alert widget. And for the first row, we are going to have hey. I was just testing this. Okay, now we want to add what here? We want to be able to click here to add the income, click to add expenses, and click to add a new category. Okay, so how are we going to do that? It's not that hard. New text, here we're going to use we're going to delete this first of all. Most of the times when I delete stuff, I over delete them, or okay, let us do something. Here we will add padding, then we'll provide edge. Oops. We don't want to all. We'll add a padding widget of, let's say, 8.0. Okay, and then as a child of this, we are going to provide icons dot attach money. Then what are we going to do here is just copying this padding from here and pasting it over here. And here, instead of giving money, new material button on press, we're going to leave it empty, and as a child we're going to provide a new text, and inside of this we're going to write income. Okay, trying to organize this stuff, run the app again. Ta-da! And this is what we have. You can click on this to add income. And maybe 8 is too much, so I'll just put 4 to run the app again. Okay. So if when the time comes for us to add a new expense, you can just click over here and we have it. Boom. Now what else do we want is to, let me come over here and comment, this is the button to add new expenses. Then here, oops, to add new income, and this is the button to add new expense. What are we going to do? Correct. We are going to copy these and just paste it down here. Then we comment again. We can just run the app and see how things are going. Okay, we will change this stuff, no problem. But coming back here, for the height, let me give this 120. And this is the button to add a new category. And again, we're going to paste that thing. Category is what we write here. Income. But instead of income, we'll write expense. Okay. For the expense, which icon can we use? Okay, I'll use money off for the expense, and for the category I'll use this dashboard icon. Rerun the app and let us see what we have here. Add new income expense category. Okay, this is almost done. And what else do we need now? Okay, a small thing I want to do is to add, what is that body for this. So here we'll implement the body section, and we're going to use a stack children, and inside of this stack we're going to use a center widget, and inside of the center widget, and inside of the center widget we're going to give a child, and list style is what we're going to use. And inside of the list style I'm going to give title, new icon, icons dot, I need a wallet, and inside of these I'm going to give size of this wallet as 64.0, and then I want to give it a color of colors dot gray. Boom, this is just a placeholder that I want to put in here. Okay, so down here I want to show you something very interesting. Subtitle. For the subtitle, new text, and for the text I'm going to write waste no money. Then what's the problem here? The text here isn't centered, okay? But even before we work with that, let us change the style of this, because I want to be able to see it properly. So the font size, let me try something like 22.0. Oops, it's way too big now. Even 20 is way too big. 16. Okay, 16 is good. This is just a small placeholder I want our application to have. So now, how can we center this thing here? We can of course just use a padding. We can just copy this or cut. And we can use a padding. Then here we're going to give edge insects only left. Oops. And we can try to give a value like 100.0. And then down here, child, we paste the child. Oops, here is supposed to be only. And when we run this stuff, we do have an error. Where's the mistake? Expected an identifier. Where? Where? Okay, here. I had two commas there. So, okay, if you see it like this, you may think that this is perfect, but probably is not well centered. And the second issue of this is that for this particular screen width, it worked for the iPhone X, but maybe, for example, my real device is a Samsung, and when I run on it, this won't be centered because the width of the screen is different. So what we can do is try to find out the width of the screen and use that to center the text. Okay, so we're going to write final media query being equal to media query of context. Okay, then we're going to give another final size being equal to this small media query sorry, media query data dot size dot width. And this set of code is going to provide us the width of the screen. Let me comment. This code is going to give us the width of the screen. And if you want height here instead of width, you just write dot height here. Okay, so how are we going to use this to center this instead of just trying out values where we go all the way down here to where we gave the body tag here. Instead of just putting 100 here, we'll just put size, which is the variable we'll define above. Let's try to divide it by 2.0. Logically, you would think let's divide it. It will be size, which is the width of the screen, divided by 2. You get the center. But something is going to happen if you just do that. You see, it looks like it's not properly centered because this is at the beginning of the middle of the screen. So basically you just have to divide it by 2.5 or increase the value even more, uh, something like 3. Let's divide it. Let's try 3.5 to see if we're going to center. Yeah, 3.5 is good enough. So for all of the screens, this is going to be placed here at this position. Don't matter the width of the screen, okay? Waste no money, and this is done. When you come over here, add income expense category, this is done as well. What else can we do here is open up this stuff here. And let us create some pages. We only need 3 actually. So we'll just go to the lib here. Then we are going to create a new package. We're going to call this pages or windows, depending on how you want to call them. And here, first of all, we're going to create a new Dart file. We're going to call this home. Okay. Then we're going to copy from here every single thing. Then we are going to comment here my own packages, and we import oops. What's the name of our app? How am I forgetting the name of the app? Flutter pages home. Okay, then we go to home and we do this. It's going to be red, of course. Why is it? Because we didn't import this import package. Now we have everything working perfectly. So this is going to be cleaner, and we know that all of this bunch of code is in the home file. And here, instead of to increment, we're going to add another file. Instead of just using the home, we're going to have, this is called income. Okay, this is called expense, and the last one is called category. Okay, so we have these 3 files. What we have to do is go to the home and down here we are going to comment, because we want to be able to call the other files from here. Import my own imports, and down here we're going to write import package flutter cache pages income.dart, Again, we're going to import another package, expense.dart, and finally we're going to import our last page, which is package is going to be category.dart. Okay. Other than this, we are going to start calling these pages from here. And how we're going to do that is not that difficult. First of all, we come to the income. Of course, we have to import package flutter material.dart, and then this is a stateful widget. We're going to call it income. Income. And then here, this is supposed to be a scaffold widget. And here, we don't want to write this stuff again. Just go to the home page. Scaffold, we have the app bar here. Just copy. We'll just copy this, come here, paste it, and we'll change the title. Here we'll write income. We'll repeat the same process for expenses and category. Import package stf expense. Instead of a container here, we're going to return scaffold. App bar again. Oops. Done. And finally, we go to the category file, import package and stf category scaffold, and we are somehow done with this, or not, but we will do one thing, which is we also want to copy this bottom navigation bar to the income first. Let me comment here, navigation bar, paste, same process, navigation bar, paste, and finally we're going to come here again, navigation bar, paste. Okay, now we're going to the home, and we want to edit this. You know what, here I don't want to do something repetitive, so instead of doing this, we will cut this column of the categories. Where is the column here? Let's try it. We cut the column. We will add another package. I like to do this in my project because it's easy. We're calling components. Oops. Okay, we can leave it like this, no problem. And then in here, we are going to import this. We are going to paste this over here. Oh no. We can create this as a stateless widget, and we're going to call this alert components. Oops. Okay. And here we're going to return this, and down here. Okay, let us see if this is going to work. Going back in here, we just have to import we have it. Then down here for the child, why am I doing this, you may ask. We have this component 3 times here for the home, for the income, for the expense, and the categories. If I don't do this, I would have to go and program and write the same code again and again and again for all of these places. I would have to copy and paste it, and it's kind of repetitive and it's not a very good practice. You can, most of the time I do commit that mistake of just copying and pasting, but it's easier if you create a special widget or component and you write that code and you just include it on another files. Okay, so I just hope our application is still running with no issue. Okay. Now we have these components. So to code them, we'll just have to open up components and then include all of these three here. We can just cut this and paste it here. So we have the income. To code this, we'll just write navigator dot push new material page route. Context is going to return new income. Then I can just do this, and when I go to the expenses, we have this again. Instead of income, we want it to return new expense. We'll put some semicolons here, And finally here for the category, we'll want it to return a new category and a semicolon here. Okay, let us run the app. So now we have the income section. You see, if I didn't have this alert, that I would have to come in this page in particular and code this again and code this many times. So to avoid that, we will go to income. We will go here and make our code cleaner as well, and we will just delete this. All we have to do now is to import this package, and here new alert components. Done. Go here, up again, I do have to include that file here, and here we're going to have new alert components, and finally we're going to repeat the process for the category. New alert components. Run our app again. Here you have it. Income. You see, we can just travel. Okay, on these pages, let us do something else here. For example, let's go to the income. Okay, income is done. Expenses, change the title from Flutter app to expenses, and here to categories. Okay, I want to do something else as well. I'll start here with the income. Here for the action and the icon buttons. Oops. What I'm going to do is to implement another icon button that can take us from those pages to the home page. So icon, here we have icons dot icons dot home. For now we'll put this now. So I just want it to give us an option to go directly to the main page after we went here. So you just click this and go back to the main page. Okay, I think it's good. Cut. I want it to come in first. Comma, of course. Okay, if we so it can allow us, let me implement the code in here, which is basically where's the home located in here. We just import this, go to the income and paste it to be able to just come in here and write navigator dot push context, and here we're going to use material page route builder context. Our context is going to be equal to home. So now we're okay. We can travel back home. Just go to the expenses, do the same thing, and go to the categories, do the same thing again, copy this from here to here to here, and finally to the categories we'll just increment another action button. We run the app again, and we have it. We can revisit the main page, or we can just click to go back here. So it's kind of optional now. Okay guys, I wanted to still adding the content of here. We want to have a text field to add new text, and here we want to have a text field to keep track of the expenses. But still we think I don't know how long have I been doing this, and I don't know how long would it take us to still going. So for the next video we're going to finish this. It's going to be another long video, but what's remaining from the UI is just adding the text field to be for us to be able to just click on it and increment or input the income or some expenses or something like that. Okay, so it's not something very difficult, and here to view all of the expenses, and we're going to do both of this stuff on our next video. For now, I guess that this has been enough. I really hope you did understand. Try to make this as quick as possible, because if I do make like 5-7 minute videos, it's going to take a very long time to complete. So I'm trying to do this as quick as possible. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting, for everything. Next video, we're going to finish this application, and hopefully if you have the time, I'll teach you how to build and publish so you can have your first application online. Thank you for the patience. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.